she was actually offered to be a witness if she will implicate DBM Secretary Pangandaman. And this is already brought up in another interview. Hindi siya pumayag at yun ang isa sa mga dahilan na in the last few weeks na pressure din siya dahil nga hindi siya pinagbibigyan na maging state witness dahil ayaw niyang mag-cooperate to testify in a certain way. I think tungkol sa mga unprogrammed appropriations din yan. At si Yusek Cabral ay ayon sa statement ng kanyang family lawyer, nagsimula ng kanyang feelings bad when she was made to have a courtesy resignation instead of avail of an early retirement. And then there was the testimony of former Yusek Bernardo, and then there was the press con on the day that she died when there was a statement by the DPWH recommending that charges be filed on a number of individuals where she was on the list na may statement na dapat managot ang mga taong ito. So I'm just bringing this up to show that Yusek Cabral was unnecessarily pressured and driven to do what she had done, and that the DPWH investigations had inadvertently actually cost us the life of who would have been one of the most valuable witnesses who could point to the real mastermind behind the allocation of these trillions of pesos of budget. Pero ang point ko lang on what you were saying is there it was a attempt to characterize na si Cabral at si Ko ang nag-uusap para sa alokasyon ng trilyon-trilyong piso. At siguro naman wala naman pong maniniwala na Yusek at APRO chair ang makakapag-allocate ng trilyon-trilyong piso.